for the live. I have committed to doing 14 days of lives on TikTok, having been a person that tended to stay away from TikTok. And it's all been about confidence. So it's all been really geared towards confidence in the workplace, little strategies that I use over the years. Because people always say to me, you're so confident, you come across, you speak so well, you're quite assertive. Some people have even turned around and called me intimidating. But it's kind of, nobody sees the kind of work that goes behind it. And when I say work, it's not hard work. It's just that I'm very conscious of how I present myself and how I assert myself and stuff like that. So yeah, I decided to do a 14-day confidence live, and then I realized that loads of people were really resonating with it. So if you look back over some of the previous lives, you'll see some of the tips that I've used for difficulties within the corporate environment. So some of it may be dealing with difficult managers, feeling silenced, feeling you're not being heard, and kind of look at the different strategies for that. But today we are today we are focusing on body confidence, and what it really means to feel confident. So it's kind of bringing it back on brand for me, because there's confidence that has shown up in many areas of my life, whether that's with my children or whether that's in the corporate life or in friendships. But body confidence is really kind of at a center point of a lot of other areas of confidence. So today we're talking about, it's not just about being curvy or slim, it's about what it really means to be confident in your skin, whatever size you are. And yeah, it's something that I feel quite strongly about, and my brand is pretty much based on that, and based on trying to help others feel great, feel amazing, feel 100, you know what I mean, feel like $1 million in their skin as they are. So tag a friend who needs to hear this, drop some heart emojis in the chat. If you've ever looked in the mirror and wished your body looked different, ever kind of looked, and that could be men or women, to be honest, that you've kind of looked, and especially in a day where social media is constantly showing you their ideals of perfection, and it's not reality. It's about kind of you feeling great in your own skin. So it's more about the mindset behind it. And I'll kind of tell you a bit of a story about my journey with it as well. Is that in one of my previous lives, I did talk about being called the chubby friend. And I think that was one of my earlier lives, and I had quite a few people come back to me and say, oh my God, that really resonated with me. Or I had a few people come back to me and say, but I knew you back then, and you really weren't the chubby friend, but I actually felt like that at the time. So it was nice to hear that didn't come across, but at the same time, it's like, actually that was my reality. So one of my stories is, do you know what? There was a time that I felt so insecure about my body, so insecure that I went to a dodgy doctor. So I went to a dodgy doctor. There was a doctor in Swiss Cottage, I think it was, and me and all my friends were kind of on it, and got these skinny pills, and there was no medical assessment behind it. I think it was like £25 at the time for a box of pills that would last you the whole month. And they were little white pills. It looked like almost like paracetamol, and we were swallowing them because we'd had holidays booked, and it was like, looking back at it, it's like, oh my God, like we didn't have any medicals, there was no medical history, there was no kind of assessment to ascertain whether or not this was good for our bodies or anything like that. It was like a cheap, quick 25 quid. I was working in retail at the time, so I wasn't earning a lot, so 25 quid was affordable for a month's set of kind of skinny pills, if you like. And as soon as I started taking them, it completely killed my appetite. I didn't eat. I literally wouldn't even want to drink water, because I just felt it just completely suppressed everything. But it almost it stopped me from sleeping, so I wasn't sleeping at night. It stopped me from it. It just really kind of energized me, almost like, and I'll be careful what I say here, but it almost was like drugs that we shouldn't have been taking, yeah? So if you think about the kind of symptoms, it was like completely not eating, and being kind of overstimulated all the time, and fast paced in everything that I was saying, everything that I was doing. And this was from some dodgy doctor. It was like, really? I was like maybe early 20s at the time. And it became a toxic cycle because every time I stopped taking them, the weight came back on. Because my eating habits didn't change, my nutrition didn't change. So the weight just kept coming back on. So I'd then go back and get more if I'd booked another holiday. And I felt kind of almost a bit trapped. It was just like, yeah, I'm a young girl and I'm taking these kind of skinny pills. That they weren't, I wouldn't say I was addicted to them in that I needed them, but I understood that if I took them, then I'd lose the weight that I wanted to. And I'm talking, we were losing pounds, we were losing even up to stones and stuff like that. So yeah, it really, really didn't feel great. And it was the only way that we were kind of managing it at that time. And even we'd go to the gym, and in the gym it was crazy because normally without them we'd probably do like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour on a treadmill. On these I felt like I could run a marathon. It was absolutely crazy. So yeah, big up the dodgy doctor in hi Angeline. Yeah, big up the dodgy doctor in Swiss Cottage that was feeding us kind of young girls these kind of dodgy pills. So I just want to know, has anyone done anything extreme to kind of lose weight, gain weight? Does that kind of resonate with anyone? Because yeah, looking back at it, I think that was really, really extreme. Like, I've got a teenage daughter and I would absolutely be horrified if I knew she was going to a dodgy doctor to take skinny pills to lose a bit of weight. No, that's not the way we're going to do it. And then kind of over the years, I got to the gym and I started eating healthily and I started kind of really looking after my body and stuff like that. And a real breakthrough, I'd suppose, in my body confidence journey was when I turned 40. I'm telling you my age now, but I'm really not that bothered. But when I turned 40, I'd went on a girls' holiday to, where did we go? Mykonos. So we went to Mykonos, had a beautiful villa in Mykonos, and it's almost like something switched in me when I turned 40. I don't know. I'd lost my filter, so I really didn't care what I was saying. And I took this picture standing by a pool in my swimsuit. Now, I would never ever post anything like that on social media. Like, I was really too conservative for that. But this picture was the money shot. This picture just looked so bad, and I have to big up my friends for that, because I had one friend doing my hair, I had one friend saying, no, you've got to wear this, and you know, like really girls championing girls. And I took this picture and they were like telling me how to pose, because I can be quite goofy as well. So they were like, no, pose like this, it's your birthday kind of thing. And I took this picture and I posted it up on social media, and I thought, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to do it because the picture's banging. Like, the picture's banging. I'm posting it on social media. And I posted it on my social media, and I promise you, it was my most liked picture on my social media. I mean, I'm not by any means a big time influencer or have loads of friends or loads of anything like that. It's not that. But with me posting it and it being like the most liked picture, and then I started getting contacted by model agencies saying, oh, we'd really like to send you stuff. We'd really like you to be a plus size model. I was like, me, a plus size model? I'll own that. Do you know what I mean? I didn't do it because I felt it wasn't right for me at the time, because it was clashing with my corporate life, and I thought, I'm not going to be out kind of in bikinis on catwalks and stuff like that, when my focus at the time was corporate and making money and stuff like that. So, but it really, really was great validation. It really wasn't even about the validation. It was about me feeling good in my own skin and other people really recognizing that. And if you are on my personal social media, you can go, the picture's still up because it's a badass picture, rolls and all. Literally, I'm owning it. And I mean, I probably could put it up, but if you're on my personal, yeah, you can go back and have a look at the picture and add some more likes if you like. And then kind of going a bit further than that, and the reason why I created Busty Boob Tape is because I couldn't find, I became so comfortable in my skin. I've always been a plus size, apart from when I was taking skinny pills and really trying to do extreme stuff. But even when I was losing weight, I mean, I lost so much weight on these skinny pills. I remember I bought a dress, and this dress was phenomenal. I think I'd paid like £350 for this dress at the time, which was a lot of money based on the fact that I was working in retail and I was only like early 20s, right? And it was a Karen Millen dress, and I never forget. And I was like, I need to wear this dress. And I put this dress on and I cried. I cried because I didn't have any boobs. And it didn't look good on me. I actually looked withdrawn. I looked like my shoulders were kind of caved in. Like, losing weight just didn't look good on me. And I wasn't that skinny, but it wasn't my thing. Yeah, so it definitely, so the reason why I kind of, as I got older and I'm more comfortable, I'm owning what I'm about, and yeah, I just love my body, all the curves. Like, they've created babies, they've had operations, like, and I'm still here slaying, kind of thing. So the reason why I created Boob Tape is I saw this phenomenal dress that I wanted to wear, and it was really, really low cut, and it was not long after I'd had my son. And there was no solution as to how I was going to hold my chest area up. I looked, and even with like skin tone and stuff, and it just didn't support me. So I started researching, looking into it. How am I going to make this work, kind of thing. And my friends were like, why don't you just get some tape? I was like, really? That is going to completely, like, I'm going to destroy the tapes. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I did quite a lot of research into it. I think I tried 17 different combinations over the space of probably about a year or two. Which was great, and then came up with the perfect solution in terms of having a solution that didn't ruin skin. It was kind to skin. It held me up. I felt supported and confident to be able to kind of go out for hours and not have to worry about it. And also to now be able to wear backless, strapless. I found strapless bras really, really irritating. Like, they kind of push into your diaphragm and you feel like you just can't breathe, and just like, no, we're not doing that anymore. So that's kind of where we are today. But what I wanted to do today is break down some of the common body confidence struggles, and kind of maybe try and provide some solutions that have worked for me. Or some of the things, especially to the younger girls. Like I say, I have got a teenage daughter, and I really, really want to, I mean, I think she is already, but for me, it was important that she didn't have those issues. But in a era of social media, a lot of the time is, but I don't look like those Instagram girls. I don't look like those Instagram girls. And it's like, oh, come on. Half the time it's fake, and it's not reality. Half the time it's filters. And the kind of reframe that I would say is, look, say to yourself, I don't need to look like her. She inspires me, but I'm not in competition, because we're not in competition with anyone. And I'd say that a solution to that would be unfollow accounts that make you feel bad about yourself or bad about your body. Follow women who look like you. Follow women who kind of empower you. Whether it's that you want to really get into the gym and exercising and eating healthily. There's so many different options. But if you've got anyone in your accounts that you're kind of looking at and thinking, oh, I really wish that I could look like that, get rid of it. Get rid of it, because it's all about mindset, and you just don't need that energy. Just reframe it, get rid of it. Another body problem, I can't wear low cut or backless tops. I need a bra. So that was never in my life. It took me till probably the last couple of years, well, when I put this together, that finally I could wear like backless, I could wear strapless. I was like, what? I have never been able to do this. Well, Miss V, to give you a thing, when I first put this together, my boobs were a double K, because it was not long after I'd had my son. I have tried them with, you'll see on my page that I've got some friends who are quite heavy chested, and they've let me try it on them. So yeah, this tape's got you. And I actually do have another tape, which is actually larger. It's a tummy tape. So it's a body contour tape that could be used for extra large. No matter how big you are, this tape has got you, right? And if you need any tips or tricks, I'm always here to kind of support you and help you with that. Yeah, so just let me know. So I hope you can still hear me. I just got a call in. Yeah, I've big as K. There's nothing for me. I've got you, girl. I've absolutely got you, because like I say, I was a double K, and Yeah, I've got you 100%. So inbox me and I'll send you some videos and stuff. Beyonce. I don't think so, but hey, Miss V, I've 100% got you. Okay, I'm going to show you, and it's going to change your life. I mean, one of the ladies who tried it, and when I kind of showed her how to use it and how to do it, it's almost like we both cried because she was like, "This is going to change my life." I said, "I know, right? Yeah, I've got you." I was so excited because it's a solution that we've just never been able to have, and I was just so. I always say to people, listen, I'm old, but I'm not cold. Like, I really still feel that I've got it. I still want to be sexy. I still want to look great. I still want to be able to wear strapless, backless. I still want to feel confident in my skin. So yeah, for me, this was the absolute perfect solution. And one of the real key things for me was to create as many skin tones as possible, because skin tone was another thing that I couldn't come across. It was either really, really dark or really, really pale. So I've got 8 different skin tones to try and best match the skin tones for the customers and stuff like that. So a lot of love has gone into it. A lot of thought and love has got into it. Another body problem that comes up, I used to be slimmer, but I've let myself go. So people kind of holding on to their former self and kind of saying, and I do it, I've been guilty of it, holding on to outfits that I could wear 10, 15 years ago, thinking, oh, I'll get back into that. And we know full well we're not getting back into it. Because your body changes as you get older. Your body changes as you get older, as you have children. So, you know, we just need to let go of that. And what we kind of have to reframe that as, listen, my body has carried me through life. It has given me, for me personally, it's given me 2 amazing children born with brilliance. Do you know what I mean? It's gone through 5 knee operations I've had. So yeah, we're gonna love it as we are. We're gonna love it as it is. The body that I've got today, we're gonna work with it and we're gonna make it the best body that it can be. And there's a number of ways that you can do that. You can strap it all up and tie it all up and contour it in, or you can hit the gym, you can eat healthily. We can work with what we've got, right? And that's kind of where I'm at with it, is that, and that's the kind of confidence that I want other women to have, is that, listen, look in your body, love on yourself. If you've had like C-sections and you're worried about a scar, get to love that scar because it's not going anywhere. Rub on that scar and love that scar, because we literally have got one life to live, right? What is the point in living the one life that you have feeling bad about yourself, or not stepping into your kind of full confidence and your full purpose and being like, do you know what, here I am, take me, because you know what, people are going to love you as you are, you know. And if they don't, then they're not your people. If they don't champion you, then they're not your people. So we're okay with letting go of that. Another one, like even just saying that other women will judge me. Really, you know, let's just normalize. And the thing is, it is so amazing when a woman compliments a woman. I absolutely love it. And I tend to try and compliment women all the time. If I see a woman out and she looks amazing, she looks fabulous, I'm like, oh my girl, you look amazing. You look stunning. Do you know what I mean? Because that actually goes a long way, and that actually goes so much more further than a man complimenting me. And there's probably a number of reasons for that. And I think probably if it comes from a man, you don't know whether that's there's a goal behind that or a reason behind that compliment. Whereas when it comes from a woman, I feel it's so genuine, and it's so much of a sisterhood. So yeah, let's normalize women complimenting other women and hyping them up, man. This is the kind of energy that we want as a sisterhood. Do you know what I mean? So let me know if there's any confidence blockers that you've experienced. I know, Miss V, you were saying that you'd never found a tape that worked. Brilliant. Yeah, just connect with me, my dear. I've got you 100%. Yeah, let me know if there's any other body confidence images. I did talk about in my previous live about, in the chubby friend one, about other issues that I had, and one of the issues randomly was about my sideburns. It was ridiculous. Go back and watch that live and share it, and literally, yeah, it's ridiculous when I look back on it and I think of some of the things that I've done because of the way that I felt about my body. I just think, Tantam, what was you thinking? Yeah, you will be able to swim and you will be able to tuck it in. I've tested it. I've had people kind of come back to me. You can look on my Trustpilot reviews where they've said, listen, we've been in 34-degree heat and this tape has not moved. Like, we've been confident with it. So yeah, I've 100% got you on that. Yeah, so what I'm planning to do, or what ultimately I think we need, because this is speaking to people that have dropped on my inbox for throughout this live sessions, people that I've spoken to and connected with throughout being on the road. So sometimes I like to do pop-up shops for Busty Boob Tape so that I can really connect with the end user, all my customers, because it's almost like I feel like it's a big sisterhood of us all getting ready together kind of thing. You know, like when you're getting ready with your friends. That's the kind of feel that I feel this kind of community, or the Busty community, is kind of growing. So yeah, if you're ready to feel supported, secure and sexy in whatever you want, drop confidence in the chat. Just drop the word confidence in the chat and I'll send you a discount code for today only. I will be booking, or I did speak, if you look at some of the previous lives and they do resonate with you, I will be doing one-to-ones based on corporate strategies. Yesterday it was about being called the angry black woman in a corporate environment. So if any of that is helpful, if any of that you want kind of further support on that, I will be doing one-to-ones on that. But I'm also doing a confidence event, because confidence isn't a dress size, it's a decision, and we're going to make that today. So we're going to be looking at kind of a confidence masterclass. So whether you're size 6 or 26, and it's not even just about plus size, to be honest. There's a lot of my friends that are a lot slimmer, and they kind of, some of the feedback is, oh, I really wish I could put on weight. I eat as much as I want and I really want to put on weight, or I really want a bigger bottom. I really want bigger boobs, like, and I'm like, Jesus, there's me complaining about and not being confident about all this fluffiness that I've had over the years, and there's people that are paying for it, and there's people that are wishing that they had what I had. So yeah, if I can get people to just love themselves as they are or work with what they've got, brilliant. And to be fair, I didn't create it just to lift up your chest area. I created Busty Boob Tape to just spread the confidence that I have, spread the confidence. I want women to be able to feel amazing. Like, for me, that would be the ultimate goal. If I could get an army of women that are kind of just working with what they've got and just kind of stepping into their full power, that for me would be the ultimate goal. Because I just see that there's such a lack of confidence, and I really feel that especially within this day and age and social media, and all of us well, not all of us, that's the wrong term, but loads of young girls and loads of women aspiring to look like other people. Like, I'm in many kind of plus size groups and stuff like that, and the lack of confidence from beautiful, amazing women that actually, if you just change your mindset and how you look at things, you could step really, really into your purpose. So I will be doing an event. I will put it in now. Let me see if it comes up. I have actually created a wait list for the event. I don't know if it comes up when I put it in. I don't know if anyone can see that. That's from my personal account, Tantastic Sam. If not, what I'll do is when I put the replay, so I've put the replays on my lives and then I'll repost them on Busty Boob Tape. So when I put the replays in, I will put a link to a waitlist form for the confidence event, which will be an amazing, amazing event. Oh, you know, the last event I had was just absolutely phenomenal. So just to give you kind of an insight as to what we'll be doing in the event. So yes, of course, we'll be taping up boobs. So you can bring your outfit. You can bring an outfit that you think, oh, boob tape's not going to work with that, and Tantan's going to show you how it's going to work. So we're going to have a red carpet, we're going to have photography, we're going to have posing workshops, we're going to have posing and catwalk workshops, we're going to have a frustration release session, affirmations, mirror wall, confidence photo shoots. So you're going to go away with like amazing photo shoots, vision boards, a fear burning ceremony. This is going to be an absolute luxury lunch, breakfast, dinner included, or maybe not dinner, maybe just drinks. It's going to be an absolute amazing event full of women who are all supporting women. Women who are all supporting women. It's going to be a fun-filled event, and it's going to be very, very much Tan and Busty Boob Tape kind of event. We're going to talk through even just the corporate strategies that I've spoken about on these lives. Say this instead of this sessions. You're going to be able to come with any of the kind of issues or problems that you want to be able to talk about. We're going to have various different women from different kind of industries supporting. So I'm going to drop the wait list on the replay. So sign up to the wait list. If you know anyone else, any other women who would benefit from anything like this or from my lives, then please share it. Please share it, because I'm really not a big social media person, just because I don't have the time, or I haven't had the time, or I haven't made the time to really get to know how social media works. But I'm trying. That was the next kind of goal to myself, to kind of just get out there, because a lot of people are saying that, listen, what you've got to say needs to be heard. So I'm sharing it. And the good thing is that when I started this, so many people are coming back to me and saying, this has been really, really helpful. So, and it really means a lot to me to get that feedback. So if there's anything that I can help, if there's anything else, I think I've got 2 more days of live. So if there's anything else or topic that you'd like me to talk on, either drop it in the chat, DM me. I'll have a look at it and see if it aligns with the plan that I've got. Because I really, really want to support and help us to all win, live in our purpose. I want us to be the best person that we can be. I don't want anyone to turn around and say you're being aggressive when all you're doing is asserting yourself. I don't want anyone to say you don't look great, because it's not their business. I just really want people to stand firm in who they are, and I really, really hope that I'm getting that across. So thank you so much for joining. I really, really appreciate it. Bye, guys.